Welcome to the How-To series. The topic for this how-to is environmental considerations and physical structure. You will see examples of physical structure in the environment. The environment plays an important role in all our lives and can affect how we behave. When we are in environments with more structure, it's easier to understand what to do and where to go. When we are in environments with less structure, the confusion can quickly set in. Structure can include the way we physically structure an environment. It can also include how we reduce distractions by using clearly defined spaces, organization, arrangement, and flow. Structuring the environment is not as simple as being neat and organized. First and foremost, it's important to ask, what are the needs of this person? Depending on their individual needs, you will need to consider their age, size of the furniture to be used, types of materials they'll need, and what kind of structure to implement. It's also important to remember that using physical structure ensures the safety of all students and helps students navigate the classroom independently. It also helps students access materials independently. Structure also provides independent workspaces, quiet spaces, and promotes self-regulation. When structure is used correctly, it provides clear boundaries and conveys expectations. Let's look at some examples of physical structure in the classroom. In these examples, you will notice many different ways to use physical structure. Physical structure of the environment is an important aspect to consider in facilitating the success of students with ASD, and when done the right way, facilitates learning and engagement. In the next few examples, you will see that the physical environment has been structured to reduce distractions, reduce sensory stimulation, and also provide clearly defined areas so the student knows where to go and what to do without having to guess. In this photo, you will notice a classroom with 3 different areas. In the back, you will notice a row of computers. Off to the side, you can see a table set aside for group work. And in the front are individual student desks. Also, notice the clear, wide, open spaces for safely navigating the classroom. This photo shows another angle of the same classroom. Again, the computers are in the back, but we also see a clearly defined area of individual student desks and a quiet or sensory corner in the back. The arrangement of the classroom facilitates learning and attention to task and allows for more than one type of activity to take place. This picture demonstrates an efficient and effective use of physical structure in a general education classroom. Notice how the tables are arranged to establish an easy-to-navigate flow of traffic. Also, the walls and floor are relatively clutter and distraction-free. In this picture, you will notice 4 different defined areas. The first is a group table with 3 chairs. Directly across from this area is a student work area. On the far right are some student workstations. In the far back corner is a small group area with organized work and activity bins. Also, notice the lack of decorations on the wall, an easy way to reduce distraction and sensory stimulation. Can you tell just by looking what the expectation is for this area? Yes, you can. In this picture, you will notice a well-defined reading area. The expectation of what to do in this area is made very clear by the organization and arrangements of the materials and is made into a more obvious, separate area by the arrangement of the furniture. This photo shows a well-organized individual student desk with 4 different organizational systems, including the red crate on the side, the pocketed seat cover on the back of the chair, the tub inside the student's desk, and 2 card holders on the bottom of the desk. Here is another photo representing how to organize materials. On the left, you will notice a bookcase with icons to represent where materials should go. On the right, you will notice sections for each student and their assignments. So what did you see? Hopefully, you noticed the way the environment was organized, including how structure provided clear boundaries, helped create an easily navigable environment, and provided independent workspaces and quiet spaces. Let's look at one teacher's classroom and the way she has used physical structure. Look for the ways structure assists the students and helps them be more independent. Remember to watch for the student's response to physical structure.
Thank you. All right, in the bucket. Come in. All right, wash hands.
Used to text people before 7:30, 8 a.m.
Literacy centers.
There you go.
That's right. This is literacy centers, so you need folder work first. No. And one more. Match blocks. Folder work. Math work. Take ball to sensory. Take ball to sensory area. I like the way you're on the feet.
As you can see, there are many ways to use physical structure in the classroom. In the video, you saw that the teacher utilized many different examples of physical structure. This structure helped the student be successful. Now that you've seen some examples of physical structure, you are more aware of how to use that structure in the classroom. Remember, physical structure is the way we organize the environment and reduce distractions by using clearly defined spaces, organization, arrangement, and flow. Physical structure is individualized to the student's needs and helps a student be successful in many different ways. Physical structure ensures a student's safety, improves classroom navigation and access to materials, and provides areas for independent work, quiet spaces, provides clear boundaries, and conveys behavioral expectations.